Welcome to another edition of Digital Drip, the show you're not going to want to miss. I'm your host, Nolan Triolo, and on today's show, we have Christian Brinkley and his good old-fashioned six string.
Hey, my name is Christian Brinkley. I'm 21 years old from right here in Wilmington, North Carolina, and I've been a musician for about the past decade, but probably even longer than that. I got started in music around 8 years old. I learned how to play guitar. I got gifted my first guitar by a college student who went to my church, and he gave me lessons for years. His name was JT, and kind of as I got older, I drifted away from music for a little bit, but I always kind of went back to it here and there. And then when I was 14, I decided I really wanted to take it seriously. I bought myself a new guitar, I started songwriting, and from there, kind of the rest just kind of ran off with itself. I love songwriting, I love performing, and that all got started in the church. And so now here I am today, and I get to, play for crowds of people. It's great.
This is a dark parade, another rough patch to rain on, I know your friends may say this is a cause for celebration. Hip hip hooray love. Photographs and sepia tones, so still the fire's barely fighting the cold. Alone. There were times where I could feel your ghost just when I'm almost letting you go. The cards were stacked against us both. I will always love you for what it's worth. We'll never fade like graffiti on the overpass. I know time may change the way you think of us, but I remember the way we were. You were the first full stop, love that'll never leave. Baby, you'll never be lost on me. This is a crime, no shame. I never wanted to break it or leave us tainted. No, I should walk away, but I just can't replace us or even erase us. The car was stopped, the engine stalled, both of us got caught out in the snow. Alone. There were times where I'd forget the lows and think the highs were all that we'd ever known. The cards were stacked against us both. I will always love you for what it's worth. We'll never fade like graffiti on the overpass. I know time may change the way you think of us, But I remember the way we were. You were the first full stop, love that'll never leave. Baby, you'll never be lost on me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lost on me. I will always love you for what it's worth. We'll never fade like graffiti on the overpass. I know time may change the way you think of us, but I remember the way we were. You were the first full stop, love that'll never leave. Baby, you'll never be lost on me.
So I do have an album coming out sometime later this year. The date is not set yet, and the title isn't set yet, but all the songs are written, and actually in a couple days I'm going to Boston. I'm partnering with a studio in Boston, Massachusetts, who helped me crowdfund the album, and we raised over $13,000 to produce my debut album. So I'm going to do that. There's going to be 7 songs on it, and later you're going to get to hear 2 of them off that album, and I'm really, really stoked about it. Man, my favorite song on the album, I'm not going to say all of them because that's such a cheesy answer, but I would say the 2 that you're going to hear today are 2 really solid ones, and then I already have 1 single out from the album which you can stream. It's called Missing You on my Spotify, which is just Christian Brinkley. Shameless plug there. But yeah, I think they all are so unique, and because I only had 7 songs I could do, I tried to really pull in a diverse range of sounds while still making it sound like me. But yeah, the 2 today that you're going to hear are on opposite ends of the spectrum, and I think that they're really good, and I'm really proud of them. When people hear my album for the first time, I've talked to other indie artists about this. We've had really good conversations that I feel like an album should be a piece of you, and I feel like it should be a story, and that there should be some sort of like cohesive narrative throughout the whole thing. And I'm not trying to say that my album is entirely like autobiographical. It's not. I love to talk about my album. So if you ever see me, ask me about the songs, where do they come from, inspiration. It's great to talk about. I love it. But at the same time, I do want the album to be a reflection of me as a person and of my music, because I could have easily taken the money that was raised for the album and gone and made something that I thought sounded top 40, that would like give me the best chance of being successful just by the genre or by the type of instrumentation or by the lyrics. But I didn't want to do that because I don't think that that's like when music is at its best. I think it's at its best when you're hearing the musician, not just sounds. Like if you don't know, if you don't feel like the person performing the song really added anything to it, then to me it's not worth it. So I would say I just want people to come away from my album hearing me.
did you need a ride? Nothing has changed except her house smells like another guy. I know I'm less than perfect, but I don't deserve this. I'm not your flavor of the week. You say I'm the only one, 'cause you even told your mom you never find another like me. Well, you were damn straight, I gave you everything I've got. I held nothing back and even let you hold my heart. Now we're so distant, don't think you even like my voice anymore. So why would you stay if you hate me? Are you waiting around just to break me? I'm in over my head and I can't breathe. I can't breathe when you're with me. You got something to say, I'm in misery. I'm done giving up about our history. It's time to move on alone, thanks for the memories. Hope I forget these, it's too bad you fooled me. Always hot and heavy, you threw me out your house. You're saying it's over, but still we end up on your couch. I know we've been a circus, but I think we've earned this. I just miss you in my bed. You've been seeing another guy, and I know that you told him you never had a friend like me. Well, you were damn straight, 'cause I'd do anything for you. Gave you everything and still you split my heart in two. It makes no difference if we ever speak again anymore. So why would you stay if you hate me? Are you waiting around just to break me? I'm in over my head and I can't breathe. I can't breathe when you're with me. You got something to say, I'm in misery. I've been giving up about our history. It's time to move on alone, thanks for the memories. Hope I forget these, too bad you fooled me. Oh, I'm ashamed of the way that I've carried myself. And oh, it's a shame that things ended up this way. Are you waiting around just to break me? I'm in over my head and I can't breathe. I can't breathe when you're with me. You got something to say, I'm in misery. I'm done giving up about our history. It's time to move on alone, thanks for the memories. Hope I forget these, it's too bad you fooled me. It's too bad you fooled me. Looks like you fooled me.
So as an aspiring musician, I would say to other aspiring musicians, just check your heart at the door, I would say, before you run headlong into things and start putting on social media and puffing yourself up. I would say check your heart at the door and, like, are you creating music to give people something or to put something out into the world that you feel like needs to be said or heard, or are you doing it as a way, to get clout? I talk about this with my friends all the time. I love watching people who love music run headlong into it and give it their all, but I also hate seeing people that try to take the fast track and just to kind of get clout or get popular on social media by writing songs. I think that music should be a very slow burn. I think that it should be something that you're passionate about and that you take years refining and working on before you ever really start to show it to people. And if you're great out the door, then that's awesome. But get feedback from people, talk to other musicians who are way better than you, and have mentors, I think. Because I think that the biggest problem in music and the reason that so many people who are so good don't succeed is because the indie music scene is crowded with people who aren't really giving it their all. They're just kind of putting stuff out. So that would be the advice that I would give to people in my shoes. The question of where I see myself in 5 years, I feel like there's a reason that it's such a notorious question, because it's good to set goals, but it's also impossible to see into the future. And I try to keep my vision within the 3 to 6 month time span as much as possible. But as I get older, that's not quite as easy to do because I have dreams, I have goals. I would say in 5 years, regardless of career and regardless of what happens in music, I see myself just succeeding in what I choose to do, choosing the life that I want to have for the rest of for the rest of my life, and just kind of running with it and putting my all into it. I don't want to look back. I don't want to have regrets, which is why right now I'm putting everything I've got, all my energy and time into music. But if that doesn't pan out in the way that I've always dreamed, then I'm going to throw myself headlong into something else. I'm not going to sit around and mope about it because I've got bigger dreams than, just succeeding. I really want to, be a part of a family and just enjoy my life and whatever it looks like. So I would say the next 5 years for me are just going to be really exciting.
I can't stop from making calls. I never left a voicemail so long. I'm scrolling Instagram, I've been wiped from your feed, but on mine you're still there. I'm still proud and inside it's true. It's funny how I plan my weeks around you, because when I was with you it's something I didn't do. You hit it on the head, the nail, when you said that I'm my own best friend. Turns out I'm awful company, 'cause you know that I've messed up so many times I can understand how anyone could love this mess or hold these hands. It would be better if you stayed and I just fixed myself, but I don't know how to love you the way I love myself. I tried replacing you last fall, but those who want me, I don't want them at all. 'Cause I'm a narcissist and opposites don't attract when it's matters like this. I should have been what you deserved. I made it clear time and time again that my priorities, they change with the shifting winds. It felt good so I did it, but now that feeling fades as reality sets in. 'Cause you know that I've messed up so many times I can understand how anyone could love this mess or hold these hands. It would be better if you stayed and I just fixed myself, but I don't know how to love you the way I love myself. I've messed up so many times I can understand how anyone could love this mess or hold these hands. It would be better if you stay, but I'm not holding my breath, 'cause I don't know how to love you the way I love myself.
I play all the time in Wilmington. That's kind of what my daytime hustle is, and then my nighttime hustle is trying to write and things like that. There's sometimes flip-flop depending on what time I'm playing music. But yeah, if you want to keep up where you can hear me perform live, I play the same songs you heard me play today and tons more. You can go to my Instagram, which is @Christian Brinkley, just my first and last name, and you can keep up with all the places I play. I keep that pretty updated, and then also on Facebook @Christian Brinkley. Yeah, so I just want to thank the team here at Digital Drip for inviting me out and getting to play you all, a cover song and then 2 of my own for my album. I think it's really cool what they're doing here, choosing to highlight local artists, local talent in all of the arts. And this is an opportunity that people like me don't have that often, so it's really cool of them to make this available to people who don't have the resources to do something of this quality. So thank you all for having me, and definitely subscribe and like this video, both for me but also for these guys as they make more content in the future.
Thanks for tuning into this week's episode. We'll be back real soon. If you want to see last week's episode, click right here. If you want updates for upcoming episodes, click right here to follow our socials.